Aamir sir has invited all the kids basically to his house in Panchgiri. And he prepared Jain food for me. I'm a Jain. So specifically he had prepared jo aata hai, aloo, no onion, no potato, nothing. So he had prepared nice paneer sabzi and
See?
yeah.
I actually played games while growing up. I liked Road Rash. I liked Mario. I liked Dave. No one remembers what Dave was.
I do.
I liked Snake.
Tu chapli mat ban.
It's like one notch higher than Tarak Mehta Gujarati humor.
Sir, completely. Only many notches higher and unfiltered.
Imagine the gaming world meets Delhi Belly world. Delhi Belly was nothing about Delhi.
Abhinay Deo, Anjali Sivaraman, Darsheel Safary, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First, to start with, I just want to say I love the game, I love the show, and I love the idea of becoming part of a video game. But the show, of course, touches the themes of ambition, rebellion, and friendship. Which theme resonated with you personally, and why?
For me, it was always the gaming, sir. I have been a gamer, avid gamer, since I don't know, very young, because I've played almost everything, any console you can mention. Ban bhi hua hu main khelne se, like my parents have hidden the consoles, my mom has once flung one outside the window. बहुत सारे ऐसे memories हुए हैं मेरे साथ. So for me, just the aspect of through the gamer's perspective क्या life होती है, and then much more after that. Like when I was reading the story, you would look at Gamerlog and you'd be like, okay, it's a gaming show. It's actually much more than that.
Yes, yes.
And this is not, I want to say less because I would want the audiences to say this. Because for me, when I was reading it, I was like, yes, बीच में तो मैं भूल गया हूँ ये gaming का show है. It's about these ragtag group of these individuals who are human at their core, who want to have fun in life, who want to enjoy, and who are passionate. And they're gamers, which people don't look very highly about. They're like, अरे addict हो जाएंगे ये वो. Now, what if you end up working hard enough to succeed in it? आप hard work करोगे, आप कहीं पे भी succeed हो सकते हो. So that's what this is about. So for me, it was the overall thought of, from a very creative gaming perspective, but you are also getting a very human look at these characters, and they're all having fun. सब मस्ती कर रहे, comedy है. So that was what I enjoyed.
The theme that resonated most for me was this underlying sense of camaraderie and family, and how, you know, you just have to have fun while doing anything that you can in life and enjoy the company of the people around you. I think that is what resonated most with me, because I'm also a very collaborative person. I love the people around me. I have a very tight knit circle of friends, and yeah, so it's something that I could really relate to, and that's what I like.
And she also is like this boss kind of a person, okay? So in the show, she's playing this lead. She's playing the leader. She's handling us and our naughtiness. So in reality also, she has handled us a lot. She has taken good care. Like that, एक motherly एक वो होता है उनका.
Oh God.
So
It's
that's
actually, yeah, it's true. I think most of them will complain about this one fact. Like every time I've hosted them in my house, past a certain point, if I want to sleep, I want to sleep. So then it'll be like, okay boys, good night, bye.
No, but,
And then they have to
but she's also, like she said, she's also very collaborative, and she loves an atmosphere. She'll be like, guys, you all enjoy. I'm going to sleep in my room. And we are at her house. So I think that was one more thing that I think.
Yeah, very parallel universe, but so many similarities.
Similarities.
Yeah.
So, talking about the universe, I want to talk to the master of dark humor, Mr. Abhinay Deo. He loves setting his stories between friends. We've seen in Delhi Belly. What was it that you wanted to say with this show?
Yeah, you know, when the script came to me, the first thing that struck really hard was that it is a show about being, first finding out who you want to be, and second, importantly, is being comfortable in who you are. You know, these are the very, very important elements for the youth today. That be fine with who you are. You know, you are, and that's what the script actually shouted out loud back to me, saying that there is a team where they are all very different people from different parts of life, different parts of India, who've come together with a lot of passion towards gaming, but actually they're searching for themselves. You know, even Raghu's character, even Anjali's character, which is Darsheel and Anjali's, both their characters are vulnerable, they're strong, they are passionate, but at the same time they are searching. They're searching for who am I really and what am I in this large scheme of things called life. So that I think reached out to me a lot. And the second thing that really worked for me was that it reminded me of something that I did almost 12, 13 years back, which is Gamerlog. So I kept telling them, my first pitch to Amazon also when we spoke to Amazon was that my first sentence to them was that imagine the gaming world meets Delhi Belly world.
Wow.
What will happen? And I think they were sold at that point, saying that, okay, this sounds very interesting.
So who's playing who from Delhi Valley in this group?
Oh my God, that is a
Tough one.
That's a very tough
That's
one.
a tough one.
To be very honest with you, I always look at every script from the point of view what its own merit is. Delhi Belly was done, 14, 15 years back. We were not trying to remake Delhi Belly in any way, but what was interesting was that here there were characters written as Delhi Belly had, fantastic characters written. Similarly, here the writers had done such a fabulous job of shaping characters which were individually different from each other, and at the same time they fit in like a glove, as a team. So to my mind, and all of them are mad, completely nuts, crazy guys. Actually the sanest person in that entire group is supposed to be the one who's leading them, which is Anjali's character. All of them have their own craziness, and they are all literally from different backgrounds in different states and different economic statuses and things like that. So it's quite interesting to see that play out happen.
So then in the show, Raghu follows his passion against his parents' wishes. Have you faced something similar in real life as well?
Very fortunately, I haven't. ये पता नहीं ये कैसे हुआ है. But I have had disagreements. I've had those moments जहाँ पर maybe I'm not able to express correctly why I want to do something and why. And I feel that that's where the bottom thing lies. If you're able to express what you want to do in your life to anybody, even your parents, most importantly, and a sort of a blueprint. Okay, how do you want to go about this?
Yeah, that's the truth. Come
Yeah,
on.
honest. I cannot. I would not want to make something up just for fun.
Okay,
I'll be very honest with you. It was in fact something we never discussed in our lives. कि क्या कर रहे? In fact, I'll tell you, there was now I remember, there was a point जहाँ पर I went to my dad after school. I got my board exam results, and firstly he was not able to believe what I've scored, and then after that,
In a bad way or a good way?
in a good.
Oh,
Sir.
in a good way. अच्छा. नहीं, पूछना
For
जरूरी
him, bad way, because he was like, naam barabar hai na, you check the name, because he was not ready to believe I have scored. Yeah. Morning he's given me a downer, he said, I know what you're going to score, you're just going to pass or fail, I'll look after it. This is what he has told me.
And then you
85 I got.
Wow.
So he firstly is like, check the name and all that. Probably this is his reaction. So anyway, I had gone to him and I said, he was like, okay, Darsheel, now we're getting XYZ stories and things to work on. And I had said, can we take a break? This is where there was a sort of a discussion that we had, where he's like, see, I mean, you have momentum on your way, सब कुछ चल रहा है सही तरीके से, so why this break? And I was like, नहीं ऐसे ही बस I don't know a lot, I didn't spend a lot of time with my friends in school, तो मुझे college में वो सब explore करना है, and बस socially I want to enjoy and I want to enjoy my college life, जो मुझे time नहीं मिला था. That is where we थोड़ा came against each other, but then I also told him this, that I want to थोड़ा focus on my acting as a skill, कि यार मैं थोड़ा explore करता हूँ. So he said ठीक है. He agreed to it and he said one thing, that he said that you look, age is on your side, is what he had said, and he said okay, you can move forward, but फिर ध्यान रखना, you are the captain of your own ship. I'm there to guide you and whatever, but तेरे हाथ में जो तू करता है. Oh, it's a dialogue in the show where Maverick tells him this, कि जो कुछ भी है तेरे हाथ में. So yeah, that's one time that it happened, but we spoke it out. So yeah.
Anjali?
I would say my parents have generally always been very, very supportive of anything that me or my sister wanted to do. Mostly because we are from a very arts-based family, except for my dad, who is a pilot. But my mother is a singer and she's a writer, an artist, an actor and stuff. So we were always really encouraged to be a part of the arts. But when I first moved to Bombay, that was the one thing that they weren't 100% supportive of initially. Later on, they were very supportive. But it's also because 1 week before I moved to Bombay from Bangalore, I told my parents, guys, I'm moving to Bombay. And then they didn't believe me. They were just like, oh, yeah, okay. And then I moved. I was 20 years old and I stayed on my friend's couch for the first 3 months of my move. And 3 months in, my parents were finally like, okay, we believe you now. And then they came here and helped me set up and everything. So, yeah.
You know, what message do you think the viewers will take from Gamerlog, especially those who are unfamiliar with the gaming world?
So, the one thing that comes across from Gamerlog is that if you have the passion, if you have the hard work to be put behind it, and if you really, really from the bottom of your core want to do something, you must follow it, you must go for it, and you will succeed in it. So it may not be, the journey may not be easy, but it will certainly give you the results that you really want eventually. It is the one thing, according to me, that I keep talking to most of the, the younger generation people, that, because today the mahal is very different, where everybody is looking for quick results. They are looking for quick, what do you call it? They want the fruit, even before the tree is completely grown. So this is one show through which, on a subtle level perhaps, actually not so subtle, it is right there in front of everybody to say that, boss, you could come from any background. You could come from any social status or economic status of your life. If you put in the hard work, if you really believe in what you do, and that's one dialogue which is one of the most important crux points of the show. It's a pivot, which is Anjali's dialogue to Raghu, which is that, if you have belief in life, okay, you will win. And that has to be that really hard-ass belief to say that, boss, whatever happens, I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
That is the one message, according to me, that comes across.
Yeah.
As in esports, you need quick reflexes and strategy. What kind of preparation you guys did for your role? Did you play specific games like?
Anjali is an avid gamer, so she led us.
What games did you love then while growing up?
Please.
I loved a lot of games while growing up. I actually played games while growing up. I liked Road Rash. I liked Mario. I liked Dave. No one remembers what Dave was.
I do.
I liked Snake.
Yeah.
The Snake one, on the one on the
Yes.
phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not multiplayer game like Counter Strike.
I
No,
mean,
her. Unfortunately, let me tell you that we are laughing because she hadn't seen one of those games, forget playing, before this point of time. She may have known some distant memory of, okay, kuch suna hai, lekin otherwise.
When they said esports, I initially thought it was something to do with car racing or something.
That was fun,
No,
no?
but even worse, I'll tell you what happened. So, because majority of the boys are they're familiar with this. So we arranged a nice little meetup at a gaming parlor, and where all of us are seated at the PCs. And I positioned myself next to ma'am, and I was helping ma'am set up, and she's just looking at me, and she's like, okay, something's happening, and she was just blank. And I remember through the headphone, she'd be like, why are we doing this? And I'd be like, okay, we're playing the game. Okay. She's like, okay, what do I do? I'm like, you have to shoot that guy. She's like, why? Because you're the good person, that's the bad person. That's what you're supposed to do. So she had very genuine human-driven questions regarding this entire scenario. But I think what I always tell her that whenever I watch her as Joanna, the character she's playing, it doesn't look at all that she doesn't know ABC of gaming also. Matlab, that is where I think I was very happy with her.
Yeah.
Do you think video games can also be used as a tool to pass important information? Perhaps can be used by.
Well, I'm sure in today's day and time, everything can be used in a negative way and a positive way. Everything, to be honest, like a can of a fizzy drink also can become a reason for a lot of things. So I think it depends upon whether you're looking at it from what perspective, and particularly how do you use the technology, the information, whatever is happening in today's day and time. How you use it is up to you. It's a choice that you make. So can it be used against? Yes. But should it be used? Definitely not. You should use everything for what it's worth and what is worth to you. And once you do that, and once you keep that as your, what do you call it? You keep that and you make that as a choice in your life, you're fine.
When will we see the sequel of Delhi Belly?
It's a brilliant question, except for I'm the wrong guy to ask this question to. It should be asked the next time that you meet Aamir sir. You must ask him because he is the producer. And once he decides, we are going to jump with joy.
And you tempted to bring back Imran Khan and Veer Das and...
See, we don't know because what will be the script that will come out of considering second part.
Can Delhi Belly be now set in a different city?
I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. To be very honest with you, Delhi Belly was nothing about Delhi. It was all about, a guy eating the wrong thing and getting loosies. But so if whichever city that it actually belongs to, the hope that the part 2 gets really part 2 gets made and I get to, Aamir thinks me worthy of actually directing the second part as well.
Of course, then talking about Aamir Khan, you of course worked with Aamir Khan in Taare Zameen Pe, and now Aamir is ready with Taare Zameen Pe, which is releasing in next week. What is your most cherished memory of shooting Taare Zameen Par?
There are so many, but there's one where very randomly in the middle of the shoot, Aamir sir has invited all the students and me and all the kids basically to his house in Panchgini for a nice get-together lunch and a cricket session in his lawn. Now we used to watch Lagan on a daily basis there. We used to watch all his films, and now getting to play with Bhuvan himself, and I had decided one thing, that I'm going to be in your team. मैंने बोल दिया था उनको मेरा वही condition है. And we played and he hit all the balls in the valley of Panchgini. And we had a blast. That memory, it almost feels like a dream for me, honestly. The nature and the weather and the sun and everything, it's just very vivid. But I think that's something that's very personal. I don't know what significance, but that was a cool memory. And he prepared Jain food for me. I'm a Jain. So, specifically he had prepared मेरे लिए Jain khana.
Like what?
Nothing under the ground जो आता है आलू, no onion, no potato, nothing. So he had prepared nice paneer sabzi and...
See?
Yeah. It was
Very
sweet.
tough to work with kids. Correct.
So basically, let me tell you, इसका ये नखरा तभी से चल रहा है, अभी भी चल रहा है.
Okay.
कोई नखरा नहीं है.
So then I just want to know from him, how the response, like what kind of feedback you've got from your friends, because we love the Gujarati flavor that his character is offering in Gamerlog.
They have loved it to the core. I will tell you, because my father's character is the most typical. Every second you land in Gujarat and you're going to meet my father in every second person there since you've landed. And the slang that is used, because Krunal sir himself is also Gujarati. I'm also Gujarati.
Like which slang?
Sir chapli है, बहुत सारा बोला है, and chapli, chapla, mavadiyo, nakoda, napoda, all these things are all very personal and very, for some reason it's proud, we feel proud about it.
They're very colloquial.
Very colloquial, and you feel good that yaar koi to bol raha hai, Ghel
Like
Sappa,
how it's
this,
used.
that.
Tell us those who don't understand Gujarati.
Sir, chapli means like who's acting a bit over smart. I mean, I guess. Other two, I think thoda mera problem ho jayega in translation mein, but I'm very sure who's watching will understand. See, I'll be honest with you, it was mostly Krunal sir and even I think the cop, the policeman who
Cop,
So hum teen hamara andar.
I love that cop character who actually
Amazing,
become a counselor. And that's where I thought Abhinay Deo's trademark dark humor was coming in.
Sir, it's in every frame. आप देखना, because he's also the creative director of the
Yes.
show. So it's a lot of the humor, a lot of these unique funny moments are from Abhinay sir. But coming back to you, it was the cop and me and my father. हमारा अंदर बहुत सारा funny हमने enjoy किया है. जो मतलब अभी मैं बोलने जाऊँगा तो बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा. But we've had a great time with that, and it helps that they were curious to show it from the ground itself. मतलब कभी कभी होता है just एक थोड़ा फर्जी गुजराती दिखा लेते हैं ऐसे, just to show it like that. But the entire team, which was Arya sir, his direction team, and Abhinay sir, they wanted to show it to the core. Some of the jokes they didn't understand, some of the words, but they still stuck to it. I think I was very lovingly abused by my father on every scene that I was in. But Chupre Chapli is something that immediately gets a laugh from me, because
that's the line which has stuck with me tremendously. That I didn't even know what Chapli meant before this, but that Chupre Chapli, so now it's become a part of my everyday lingo. Where anybody does something, I say Chupre Chapli to that person.
So, but I would like to enlighten you on this. It's Chapla and Chapli. So for the man, you can say Chapla. Bilkul.
Oh, okay.
Chapli. But I'll tell you the funnier thing. You can call the male के Chapli also.
अच्छा.
आप वो कर सकते हो कि तू चापली मत बन. So you can use it for both this thing. But Chapla is also one thing that you can do.
Clearly,
but
you can
say
say
देख सकते हो show में.
it's like one notch higher than Tarak Mehta Gujarati humor.
Sir, completely. Many notches higher and unfiltered. You see, look at my father. He can't stop shouting at me.
So then, what is your biggest takeaway from Gamerlog?
For me, I've always felt that sir actually mentioned it that in life you eventually will get there. It is inside you. अगर वो आपके अंदर है तो वो होना ही है. The journey might not be what you planned it to be. It's better to be prepared. It's better to be and कभी-कभी prepared होके भी आप कभी-कभी पहले बॉल पे आउट हो जाते हो. ये भी होता है. So it's better to be alert or awake in that moment. It's better to be engrossed there, invested there. So I feel that is shown very beautifully in this show. For me, very personally, Raghu is naive, but he's very pure in his emotion on belief. वो बोलता है कि अगर तुमने believe कर लिया ना कोई चीज़ में, तो भाई कोई नहीं रोक सकता. And I, as Darsheel, in my life, I sometimes tap into that. कि जब मुझे ऐसा एक थोड़ा सा छोटा सा motivation, थोड़ा सा ऐसा चाहिए रहता है, I remember his ideal and his outlook in life, and it helps me. So I think it's better for you when you watch it. Every character has their own formula.
Anjali,
I feel like Suhani and Joanna are two very different people. Very different people. They have different motivations in life. They have different goals in life. I think they're going to be able to learn a lot from Joanna, and just her determination and her perseverance, and how she loves to just have fun while also working hard, staying focused.
Actually, I'd say this in the ulta way. It should be while having fun, also focusing on work. I think that is what Joanna is. She brings us on track.
Exactly.
do you agree that this will appeal to even people across the world? It has a universal quality.
Absolutely. I believe that we have very intentionally made this show from the perspective that it will appeal to all age groups. It will appeal not just to the people who understand gaming, but it will appeal to the people who don't understand gaming and yet will be able to first understand a little more about gaming, but it's actually about life.
Yeah.
It's about people. It's about, vulnerabilities. So definitely so.
Well, first, thank you so much for making this show, and looking forward to season 2 now.
Yep.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, and also to Dairy Belly too.
Yep.
Yes.
For sure.
And perhaps a blackmail too.
Two. Yes.
सब टू बना दो.
सबके दो. Second part.
सबके 2, 3, 4.
But thank you so much, and all the best.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Thank you so much.